Welcome back. We're going to weigh in today on some weight loss successes for 2012. Joining me today is Melissa Andrews. Hello, Melissa.
Hi.
And she is a broadcaster, blogger, mom of two.
Yes.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
We also have Jennifer. Jennifer is the owner, Jennifer Mosler. Is that the right? Mosler. And you are a personal trainer, and it's called Renegade Fitness Boot Camp.
Yeah, our facility is called Renegade Fitness. We do a lot of boot camps as well as one-on-one training, so that's why the website's Renegade Fitness Boot Camp.
Okay, and finally we have Angela. Angela, you have had a successful 2012 as well so far. All right, I have, we're going to kind of talk about this. A lot of people in the beginning of the year make that commitment, and here it is in the spring, and the commitment, either it's totally fallen off or you've really kept it together, or all of a sudden you think, now it's warm weather, I haven't been doing it. So it's kind of a time when people reassess how they've been doing. First of all, talk about you have two children, and that was really the beginning of what your weight loss journey had to be because of the kids. Talk about that.
Yeah, I really packed on a ton of weight when I was pregnant with both of my kids, so much so that when I would go to the doctor every month, she would say, okay, 10 pounds this month, 10 pounds this month. So pretty soon I said, don't even tell me how much. And I still don't know, but I'm guessing that, you know, before my the last time I gave birth, it's been 70 pounds maybe or so that I've lost. So I'm finally back now to the point where I weigh about the same as before I got pregnant with my first child.
I think we had a before and after of Melissa, just to say, you know, to show how far along you've come.
Yeah, this photo was in July.
I'm the before, she's after, which is possible. There we go.
Yes. There it is, in July. And you can see my husband is a very fit person, and I just hated being bigger than him is what I was.
That's a thing. That's sometimes a thing. I hate that feeling too.
And, you know, that's not me though. And so, you know, we talked about how, you know, you could be sensitive about showing the before picture, but I'm not, because I know that's not me anymore. Or maybe it never even was. So I have no problem with people seeing that photo.
So it's okay. I think you look beautiful in that photo. I do. When you sent me that photo, I'm like, well, she looks gorgeous. What's she talking about?
In my mind, that's
not the way you felt like you wanted to be.
Yeah, and you know what? I think that now I don't have negative thoughts that go through my mind. I look in the mirror and I'm happy, or I complete a workout and I'm happy, or I'm eating well and I'm happy. That was a time where I would look in the mirror at some point every day, or just think every day, why aren't you working out? Why aren't you doing anything? Why do you look like this? So I think I was, you know, beating myself up a lot at that time.
Which is a cycle. I mean, that's the
same.
Not
helpful.
It's not helpful. It's not easy to have a positive outlook if you're beating yourself up. It's hard to even do anything when you're, you know, giving yourself a hard time every day about what you look like or what you're not doing. All right, so yours has been a little bit of a longer journey. Yes. You said it's been about 9 months. Talk about what has the change been in your life?
9 months ago, it just started off baby steps. It was little changes, getting into the gym, working out. And then it was, well, change this eating from this eating and watch what you're eating. And then since about 2 weeks now, we've really stepped up the diet and the nutrition and what I eat, and I've had great success in that.
So talk about it. You have, in the last few months, how much is your total so far, weight loss wise?
About 40, 50 pounds.
Wow.
We haven't really measured exact. It's more about how I feel. I'm down 3 sizes. I'm getting, you know, the size is getting too big, so soon it's going to be 4 sizes. It just feels great. I bought a shirt last night, and I fit into an extra large. I haven't been in that size since probably grade school, middle school.
And
so it just felt amazing.
It is congratulations.
Thank you.
Every pound is a tough pound. You know, when people say, oh, I only have 5, or I have 50, I feel like every pound is just as hard.
And if you look at a picture of what a pound of fat looks like, it's not little.
No. No.
It's not little.
So what kind of like excuses, or I guess even self-limitations? You probably have clients that have every spectrum of reason, or, you know, barrier or mental block. What do you hear as a trainer?
I've heard every excuse in the book. It's I don't have time. kids, or I've been trying, I just don't understand what's wrong, I've done everything you say, and then when you look back and you say, okay, you know, did you work on that eating habit that we talked about? Yeah, well, there was that one night, or oh, I was just tired, or the main thing is you really have to commit and want it. And if you're doing it for a resolution or doing it because your best friend decided they wanted to work out and lose weight, it has to be for you. So you have to really decide that I want to do this. I'm going to change everything necessary to be able to reach my goal, and then sticking to it.
And now, when you're training Angela, what's the main training that she's doing now? That she said you just in the last few weeks you've pumped it up, you've done more. What is she doing? What is the key for her success?
Well, we've kind of taken it along the way. 9 months ago, it was a matter of just little things like moving up and down through a movement was hard. To where now she attends boot camps regularly. She works out just as hard as some of our athletes that we have in the boot camp. So it's been really intense workouts now, getting full body movements. Then diet-wise, it was first just having her pay attention to portions. Mm-hmm. And then it's now been quality of food. Are you eating the right foods? Are you eating a bunch of low-calorie, processed, sugary crap? Or are you actually eating whole foods? Are you eating your proteins, your healthy fats, fruits and vegetables?
So are you following, do you log your food? What's the key to your food? To me, this is the thing. I say and I believe you can't eat your way, you cannot exercise your way out of a bad
You can't outwork a bad
diet. You can't.
No.
So it has to be a combo platter of those two things.
Yeah.
What's your diet? Are you journaling, or what's your general food philosophy right now?
Right now I'm on a diet that's pretty much set up to the T. Breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner. Mm-hmm. But I just keep in mind, if it goes bad in a few days, it's probably really good for me. That's the biggest thing. I stay away from the processed. I'm not perfect. There is some of those times, but I mean, if you don't, you're gonna just fail and bomb. And so I just look at what it is. If it, I go for fresh. I try to stay organic. Now I found out that I actually like a lot of organic stuff. It's really good. Tastes cleaner.
What was the worst thing you ate before?
Oh, fast food.
Fast food.
Oh, ice cream. Ice cream every night. My downfall. Couldn't live without it. Had to have it. It was almost like an addiction.
Okay, and you've cut that out of your life.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Melissa, you've changed your diet. Like I said, you can't outwork a bad diet.
No.
So you're working out. I know I saw you, you're spinning. Is that your main workout?
Well, I spin, I run, I go to weights and core classes because I've also tried to do a lot of research and realize that it isn't just about the cardio. That research is proving that, if you lift weights, it actually helps you to burn calories longer. So I just like to learn and absorb information and then just try a lot of different things.
And what kind of diet are you eating? What have you changed in terms of your food?
I don't eat pork and I don't eat beef. I've just recently cut out protein, but it's not really just it's not a weight loss thing. It's just a personal preference. But what I'm making sure I'm not doing is replacing those foods with carbohydrates and processed foods, like she said. There's a lot of that out there. It bombards you. So yeah, just trying to stick with fresh. And I also recommend MyFitnessPal, which is an app that you can get on your smartphone. I think you can even do it on your computer. And I log, 1,200 calories a day, my exercise, everything. And you can do it with your pals. That's why it's called MyFitnessPal. And so that helps to keep everybody accountable. And I really think that for me, keeping track is so important because you not only want to see where you're maybe not doing your best, but you want to see what you've accomplished in the day,
your
too.
progress.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's some diet controversies out there kind of that always get me riled up, and we talked a little bit about this. Carnie Wilson has had her second weight loss surgery, and you were saying that it is frustrating because you're concerned that she has not made a lifestyle change, and you were saying it's not about a diet anymore.
Not a diet, no.
It's about living your life in a more healthful way.
It's like
What were your thoughts about
it's like putting a Band-Aid on a cut or a problem. She's just she's not fixing what got her there.
Mm-hmm.
You need to look at, why did I put the weight back on? Why did it not work the first time? Why are you not putting the physical effort into losing weight?
Mm-hmm.
I believe that is a quick fix, and you still need to eat the right foods. You need to exercise. You need to be moving, and it's not setting an example for her kids or anybody else around her.
What's different for 2012? This time around, is there something in your mind that changed, Angela, that was like, you know what? I am doing this. I'm the kind of person that I've been on a million diets. I've been on, been off, been on and off. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
Last year it just clicked to finally start moving and stop being lazy and just do this. But this year I came in 2012 with a lot of ambition to really do this. I'm like, this is long enough. I need to start seeing more results. So
it was a mental click. It's like, I'm doing, this is it.
You can't push yourself. It's just something will click inside you, like, enough is enough.
That was the old Oprah thing, flip the switch. That was one of her things.
But I think for a lot of people, including myself, the motivation really doesn't come until you start to see the results. So that's kind of the harder part, and maybe that's what's going on with this Carnie Wilson, is that it's so hard at first, it can be, to get moving, to get past where you can't run down the street or you can't let go of the hamburger, that a lot of people just try to find easier ways, and really, we're all here to tell you there's no easier way.
There is no easy way, for sure. Every pound is a tough pound. However, the new research does show that they're saying don't lose fast, but they're showing that when you do see results quickly, it does motivate you for the next week. You know, if 1 week you had a good week, it makes you think, okay, the next week. So I always say...
Don't you think it's important, too, that when there's a week where you don't see as many results, you have to say to yourself,
yes,
let's keep it going?
Yes, I absolutely think that. Right. Because I think if I know that I've had a bad week, sometimes I won't weigh in that week. Because I have seen, I'm one of these that if I gained that week, then, oh, well, heck with it. I'm a very, forget it, I'm just going to eat and I'm going to stop.
I think that's kind of healthy, though, because a lot of people would say, oh, I'm doomed now, I ate the cookie, oh no. But I think it's a lifestyle that proves it right there.
It's
your
life.
life.
Restart. I always have to restart. But I mean, it is a battle. I've had a few guests on here. It's a fight. It's a fight. I mean, the planet wants you to lay down and take a nap.
Such is life.
So then the other controversy we're going to talk about is how do you, there's a woman that wrote an article for Vogue magazine, and she was berating her daughter publicly for being overweight and telling her, yelling at her if she had a cookie at a friend's house, and really sort of being negative. And my feeling is you don't talk to your daughter about weight at all. I mean, you've got a daughter. What's the plan?
I'm already conscious of that. You know, she'll imitate me posing in the mirror in an outfit, but I'm very cognizant, and I make sure that if I discuss my success or a bad week that I'm having with my weight with my husband, that she's not around, because those are not her issues. Unfortunately, I do believe one day it will be her issue, as it's been all of our issues, females. But I don't want to, put that on her.
The kids do what we do, they don't do what we say. That's what I always say. You can yak it up all you want about health and fitness to your kid. They don't care. They need to see you active. They need to have good food for dinner. They need to not have, candy every 5 seconds. And
when they ask, Mommy, why are you going out running? Why are you going to the gym? You say, so we can be big and strong and
I feel good
have
when
muscles.
I do this. I feel exactly.
I think if you're leading that healthy, fit lifestyle, then your kids are also leading that same lifestyle. Right. You're providing the food. They're going to be eating those good foods. They won't have that issue.
Absolutely.
My kids do not know McDonald's.
Oh, my.
We don't play there.
Mine did. They knew it. All right, and we're going to take a break right now. We are going to cook some wonderful spring vegetables. That's just what's in season. It's good for your body. Stay with us. Yeah, mine.